Hi, everybody. So, my name is Masha, and I am a creative healer and health coach. And for those that don't know me, I used to be a New Yorker and a graphic designer for 20 years of my life. And about 5 years ago, in 2018, I had a spiritual awakening and I started going on a journey inward to heal myself and in return learning different modalities and ways to heal myself so that I can help others. And here we are down the road, and I am doing that. And part of this journey is part of the things that I do is I'm a integrative nutrition health coach. So I studied at Integrative Institute for Integrative Nutrition, which is an amazing program if you haven't heard of it. And I've also studied shamanism and focalizing, which is a somatic embodiment healing modality, with which I'm also a part of building the community. I'm teaching, assisting their courses right now, and I'm actually a teacher in training for this modality. And I also bring in astrology, human design, and different tarot or oracle. I fuse in all these different modalities that I've learned, and I create a custom approach to anybody that I work with, and I help people connect to who they really are, get out of their heads and into their bodies, and so that they can get into alignment with their purpose, their path, their destiny, which is what I did for myself. And along the journey, I've also plant medicine has been part of my life a very long time, but more so with for healing the last 5 years. And more recently, I got into ceremonial grade cacao, and I've become a cacao practitioner with Keith's Cacao, which is a very powerful plant medicine. And over the last year, I've been holding cacao ceremonies. And I'm really feeling the call to start sharing some of the things I share in the cacao ceremonies. I want to start making videos, at least for now, to have a place to share what I share in the cacao ceremonies. I bring in astrology into my cacao ceremonies. I'm not a professional astrologist. I'm learning, and part of the learning, I bring that in. I learn every single ceremony. I also hold moon circles, new moon or full moon, depending on which I choose. And it's really powerful. What I've discovered is the more you connect with the cycles of the universe, the natural cycles of the earth, the sun always rises, the moon and comes down. The moon always rises and comes down. We live in a cyclical, natural world. There's spring, then there's summer, then there's fall, and then the leaves die, and then they fall, and then the winter, everything's kind of a resting time, and the bears hibernate, and the animals hibernate, and in the spring, everything starts growing again, and the cycles, our nature, are always moving forward, and us humans are part of it. And one of the challenges that I've discovered, especially being a city person for so long, is we tend to be so disconnected from nature and from our true nature as a result. With living in the city, having light bulbs all the time, being inside these apartment buildings, really not seeing the stars, barely seeing the moon. It really keeps us away from seeing life for what it is. There's a reason, indigenous people and tribes are so connected to nature. They're living in nature. And one of the things for me that helped me connect back to myself, back to nature, is learning about starting with starting with learning about astrology, starting with learning about the moon, starting with learning about my own astrology, getting an astrology reading around my natal chart, my birth chart, and seeing like, wow, that is so true. That's very much like me, you know, and learning more about myself than I thought I knew. And connecting with the moon, learning about each month, there's each astrology, sorry, each there's a new season each time. It's, you know, Capricorn season, or it's Aquarius, Pisces. Each season brings its own energies that you can tune into, and it's really helped me starting to learn how to tune in with the moons, and now even more so with what's happening each month, each astrological season. And when you work with these seasons and the moon, you start to kind of quantum leap your life towards your destiny. You're able to move past things and understand things within your life that are happening to you, with you, instead of like at you. And another thing that helped me connect back to nature was back in 2020 in January, right before COVID. I actually quit my job, and I was a pretty good graphic designer. I went, you know, I had my dream job. I was working for the High Line in New York City. You know, I had pretty much everything I wanted, and but when I had my awakening, there just something was missing. Like, I knew I had a bigger purpose, and designing for others wasn't it. And so part of my journey is really has been about discovering my purpose, finding my destiny, which is about helping people, not just helping one or two people. It's like helping a lot of people. So I'm on that journey right now to bring myself forward and being able to help more people, which is exciting and scary at the same time. And here I am. This video is just a little testing. I have no idea who's going to watch it, and I don't really I don't care too much, because this is something that wants to come through me, wants to come out. So back in 2020, I quit my job, and I went to Costa Rica for almost a year. It was supposed to be 3 months. It was supposed to be January, February, March, and I went to live in a spiritual community called Pachamama. It's a very established community of 20 years, and I did a work exchange there. I was so like done with working at the computer all the time. I didn't even have internet for 6 months, so I ended up staying there for 6 months in the community because COVID happened right in March, right when I was starting this 200-hour yoga teacher training. It was incredible. And so I ended up staying there and riding out COVID in a community, and I was living in a casita in the middle of the jungle. Literally, they didn't have walls. You know, I heard monkeys every morning, howler monkeys, and it was amazing. It was like a dream come true. I love camping, and I never really grew up camping too much. So for me, it was just incredible, and it really, really. I planned to come back to New York after Costa Rica, and I did. But once COVID happened, everything changed, and I did stay back in New York from November 2020 to about July 2021, and then I left because nature's been calling me, and now I live nomadic. Right now I'm in Nyack, New York, living at my friend's house, and I might be somewhere else in a month or two, and I love it. It's kind of a dream come true, in a way. I've also just recently found my life partner. His name is Tiger, and we are creating a new life together. So that's what I wanted to share. And the other thing about, you know, about connecting with the cycles and astrology, and, you know, I'm not even getting into human design here yet, but what I discovered throughout my journey, especially in the last few ayahuasca ceremonies that I've been a part of, is tuning into with the astrology of the time, the energy. you get to live more in harmony with the universe. So astrology is like a language of the universe. It has, the planets say something, the signs say a different thing, and then the houses that appear in your chart say a totally other thing. And so, um, the more aware you are of what's happening within the world and within your own world, the easier it gets to move through things and to learn and to grow and to expand. And ultimately, we're here to learn lessons on earth. We are souls. This is what I believe. Okay. We are spirits, souls in a material body. So, yes, we are real. And, and, there's things we cannot see that I had no clue even existed until I had my spiritual awakening and I started digging, and things just started coming at me more than me looking. But it was like a pull, magnetic pull. Like I couldn't have not had this awakening even if I tried. It happened to me, and now I wouldn't go back. Like I can't go back to the life I used to have. I love my new life. I love how far I've come. I love how much I've healed. I love who I am. And I love helping people and guiding people to find that for themselves. So, thank you for listening. And I'm excited to explore this as a platform to maybe share some wisdom. So in the next video, I want to talk about eclipse season, which is happening right now, and it's just amazing. So stay tuned.